Power isn't always in what you reveal, it's in what you refuse to give away. The most dangerous mistake is thinking everyone deserves access to your mind, your plans, your pain. They don't. Some things are meant to be sacred, silent, and untouchable. These fight. Never share them. Not for anyone. Number 1. A genius never reveals their next move, not because they're secretive, but because they understand that power lies in mystery, and silence is often the most strategic sound in the room. While most people are eager to announce their plans, to gather praise before the work is even done, the genius knows that noise is a distraction and attention is a liability. They move in silence, not to be unseen, but to be unbothered. Their next step is calculated, not publicized. It's executed, not explained. They understand that when you share your next move too early, you open the door to doubt, resistance, envy, and interference, forces that dilute focus and compromise direction. Their progress isn't a performance, it's a personal mission, and they refuse to turn strategy into spectacle. A genius thinks 10 steps ahead, but reveals only what's necessary in the moment. They've learned that premature exposure invites premature judgment, and that the applause of the crowd often comes with expectations that can trap your originality. So, while others are busy updating the world with what they are about to do, the genius is already doing it. While others post their plans, the genius protects them like gold. Not out of fear, but out of respect for the process. They don't need validation, they need victory. And victory doesn't come from announcing the checkmate, it comes from making it. Number 2. A genius guards their deepest thoughts, not out of arrogance, but out of wisdom. Because they understand that not every mind is built to carry the weight of their inner world. Their thoughts are layered, complex, often born from solitude and refined in silence, and they know that to share them too freely is to risk distortion, misinterpretation, or even theft. While the world rushes to broadcast every passing idea for likes, approval, or debate, the genius remains still, speaking only when the words have been sharpened by reflection and tested by time. They don't overshare because they're not seeking validation, they're seeking clarity. Their mind is a vault, and what they choose to reveal is only a fraction of the brilliance being built behind closed doors. They've learned that speaking too soon can weaken an idea before it matures, and that true depth is not meant for casual conversation. Not everyone is ready or worthy to hear the thoughts that could bend paradigms, break comfort zones, or disrupt common thinking. So they protect their mental treasures the way others protect material wealth. They understand that the more they speak, the more access they give, and the more access they give, the more their originality is at risk. To the genius, privacy is not isolation, it's insulation, a sacred space where ideas are nurtured in peace, not judged by premature eyes. They speak when it's time, when it matters, when silence has done its part, and when they do, the world listens not because they spoke often, but because they chose their moment with precision. Number 3. A genius protects their emotional weak points with the same intensity a warrior guards their unarmored flesh, because they know that to reveal their pain, their triggers, or their inner scars too casually is to hand the world a loaded weapon pointed at their peace. They've learned, often through betrayal or bitter experience, that not everyone who listens has kind intentions, and not every shoulder offered is safe to lean on. So they master their emotions not by suppressing them, but by choosing carefully where, when, and with whom they are revealed. While others may confuse oversharing with strength, the genius knows that discretion is power, and privacy is protection. They are not cold, they are calibrated. They feel deeply, but they do not bleed openly. Their tears are not a spectacle, their wounds are not for public analysis, and their healing is done in silence, not performance. They do not allow others to label or limit them based on temporary emotion, because they understand that the moment you show someone where it hurts, you give them the option to press harder. Instead, they process privately, recover deliberately, and emerge stronger, with no announcement and no need for pity. Emotional intelligence has taught them that transparency without boundaries is vulnerability without safety, and that strength is not in exposure, but in control. They speak when they are ready, not when they are triggered. They reveal only what serves their growth, not what feeds another's curiosity. To the genius, protecting their emotional core isn't selfish, it's self-respect. It's the difference between being understood and being used, between being seen and being dissected. So they guard their heart, not out of fear, but because they know its power. And what is powerful should never be placed in careless hands. Number 4. A genius guards their source of power like a sacred fire, hidden from the wind, protected from the crowd, and fed in silence. Because they know that once the world gains access to what fuels them, that energy can be drained, copied, or contaminated. Their routines, their rituals, their mindset practices, even the people or environments that recharge their spirit. These are not things they casually reveal, because they are not casual elements. They are the backbone of their brilliance. While others might boast about their morning grind, their mentors, or their methods in hopes of admiration or imitation, the genius stays quiet, not out of secrecy, but out of sacredness. They understand that when too many eyes are on your source, it stops being yours. It becomes performance. Power, when diluted by attention, loses its potency. The genius protects their energy by controlling their inputs, what they read, who they speak to, where they go, what they consume, because they know these seemingly small choices shape their entire state of being. They don't need to broadcast the reason for their clarity, focus, or drive. They simply embody it. Their consistency isn't loud. It's built in the dark, away from noise, where no one's clapping, judging, or comparing. And in that space of solitude, their strength compounds. They don't share their blueprint because they're selfish. They do it because true power doesn't chase applause. It builds legacy. They know that what energizes them may not energize others. And if they hand out their formula to those who don't respect it, they risk watching it get misused or misunderstood. So they keep it close, protected, sacred, because to the genius, power isn't in showing how they stay lit. It's in staying lit, no matter who's watching. Number 5, a genius keeps their financial moves quiet, not because they're hiding something, but because they understand that real wealth is built in silence and secured through discretion. They don't flash their income, brag about investments, or advertise their next big deal, because they know that the more people know about your money, the more they try to influence how you use it. Financial transparency with the wrong audience invites judgment, entitlement, envy, and manipulation. And the genius has no interest in placing their freedom in the hands of those who don't understand the value of discipline, patience, or sacrifice. They know that what energizes them may not energize others, and if they hand out their formula to those who don't respect it, they risk watching it get misused or misunderstood. So they keep it close, protected, sacred. Because to the genius, power isn't in showing how they stay lit, it's in staying lit, no matter who's watching. Number 5, a genius keeps their financial moves quiet, not because they're hiding something, but because they understand that real wealth is built in silence and secured through discretion. They don't flash their income, brag about investments, or advertise their next big deal, because they know that the more people know about your money, the more they try to influence how you use it. Financial transparency with the wrong audience invites judgment, entitlement, envy, and manipulation. And the genius has no interest in placing their freedom in the hands of those who don't understand the value of discipline, patience, or sacrifice.